Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another apartment renovation. I've been doing a lot of them, I know, but we are at 910 Medina Studios, which is originally Salim Benali's apartment. And I can't say this is one of my favorite units just because it is so small. However, it has been a long time since I did a lofted apartment, so I decided to do that. I decided to make a loft, and I wanted to go for something very dreamy, lots of very natural, earthy tones, and I cannot deny I despise the floor color. However, it complemented everything very nicely. So I pulled out this bed, and I pulled out the rug, and I started on the bedroom, and I was like, wait a minute, this is really working for me. This is not what I was necessarily envisioning. I was actually envisioning a lot of greens, maybe some pops of blue or some softer kind of faded out yellows. Like I wanted there to be a lot of natural tones, but also some pops of color. And I didn't really end up doing that too much, aside from the green and some plants and stuff like that. But I became very, very quickly obsessed with this entire unit. Now, this isn't really my style, I have to admit. I think that the soft tones and the complements of the greenery are something that really appeal to me. I do like the kind of like brown natural tones as well, but I don't really like the style overall. Like this wouldn't be, especially the living room, I'll say that. The living room furniture and how it's kind of set up and even the kitchen wouldn't really be my style. But I love the bed so much. It's one of my favorite beds from Cats and Dogs anyway, but I absolutely loved that space and it immediately gave me the encouragement to finish up the rest of the loft. And now I've done a loft in this apartment with a different layout and I've seen other Simmers do this layout as well. So this is not a floor plan that I necessarily came up with, but it was one of the few ways that I could see actually creating a lofted space with ample living space. Because that's something that I think I struggle with. I always want to make sure that the bedroom or the bed space is big enough, but I also want there to be ample living space, especially in a unit that's this small. I think when I've done this before, I have put the lofted bed area over where I end up putting the kitchen in this particular renovation, but I really liked this layout. I don't even remember where I originally saw it. I'm not quite sure. I'll say this, I've been watching a lot more builders lately and oh my goodness, I have to look up the channel and I'm going to try to do it while I'm doing this voiceover, which could be a little bit challenging, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. I started watching a series. I've been watching a lot more like Let's Plays and even some kind of sort of videos that have some machinima elements to them. Like they're not fully machinimas, but they have some cinematic elements. And I was watching this one by, I have the channel right here. It's Beetlebee. I'll actually put her channel down in the description or like in a comment or something. But I just started watching her series called Survive the Night, The Sims 4 Paranormal, and it is so freaking good. I am obsessed. It's like a mix of gameplay and cinematic features. And essentially I'm saying this because I've been watching a lot more Sims content and diversified Sims content. And it's kind of inspired me to do different kinds of builds, to explore styles that I don't normally explore, and really just overall explore the game in different ways. So that's kind of what inspired this entire loft renovation in the first place. The connection might be loose for you all, but it makes a lot of sense in my head. It makes a lot of sense up here where maybe some things make sense, maybe they don't. But this is going to be the living area. I did use this giant screen TV, which I greatly enjoyed. I combined these two side tables from Eco Lifestyle. I used the coffee table from high school years and these couches from the Desert Luxe kit. I don't know why I stumbled over that. As well as these, I'll call them armchairs. They don't have arms, but I think they're considered like armchairs or something like that. Also from the Desert Luxe kit. And the curtains. I had the opportunity to fill up this wall space over here as well with the mirror from Jungle Adventure, which I adore, and it just never fits the style of my build, so I was so excited to use it here too. I cluttered up these little console tables underneath the television, and you may have also noticed that I actually used the tool mod to get rid of all the mouse holes and the circuit breaker box and the pipes, because this is a needs TLC apartment. So just be aware of that. This is not necessarily designed to work with those features. I was toying around with the tool mod to see if I could delete those things and it worked, and then I didn't know how to get them back. So So that happened. I didn't really know what to do. But yeah, and also the cabinets are like right on top of a window over here in the kitchen. I just ignored it because this is like the tallest freaking wall height that we can have in The Sims, and I don't like it to begin with. So just extend some grace to me, because I was really just playing around with things, and I just really like how this unit came out. So hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully that if you do decide to use it, it is enjoyable to use. I did play test it, and the only thing is that my sim couldn't get to the other side of the bed. However, if the scoot feature works for you, it shouldn't be a problem if you have more than one sim in this apartment. And everything else worked beautifully, which I was really happy about. But I did use these Jungle Adventure countertops and cabinets because the very soft wood tones matched so well with everything else that I had here. And I do get rid of these floating shelves because I rediscover a shelving kind of decoration unit thing from Eco Lifestyle that I do end up putting and kind of merge into the upper head cabinets to make it look like it's hanging from them, and I kind of clutter it up and decorate it with a few different things. It's this one right here. I also did size it down a few times. Now it creates a little bit of a shadow, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but considering how light the apartment was, it ended up not being too harsh, so hopefully it doesn't bother you all too much, but it didn't block my Sim's ability to use the countertop or anything like that. They were able to sit at 2 of the 3 bar stools to eat a meal, which was exciting because there is no formal dining table. And then there's just like this little entryway and hallway where I put a console table and another shelf. And then there's just the single bathroom, which is a little bit small considering how big the unit is, but I think it worked out okay. And the bathroom itself does have everything, of course, that your Sims would need, but I did kind of create an open shower type thing, I think, with using the platforming tool and using the shower from Snowy Escape, I want to say. And I thought this toilet from Seasons was really nice too. I thought it complemented kind of the vibe I was going for and the style I was going for in this apartment in the first place. So I really enjoyed that. But this is a very quick apartment renovation as well. We're actually almost already to the end of the video, which is wild because it feels like this took me like 5 hours to do and it's done in like not even 10 minutes. So there's that. But hopefully you all enjoyed this one. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts. And if you have any ideas for builds, drop them down in the comments down below. And I will catch you next time I post a video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Tell me if you knew. Would you hold it above my head and say it's all for the best? No, my life, I've wondered what I should say. It always feels like a mistake. Another hysterical crane.